So now we're going to go through the remaining consonants. And we're going to change the format just a little. After we encounter each letter, we're going to have some example words. That way we don't have to wait until the very end. So this letter is gamma, and it's pronounced, as you can tell from the name of the letter, ga. It would be like the English letter G, but not ja, ga, the hard sound like in the word get. So here we have 3 words, and I'll explain why we have 3 words in a minute. This first one shouldn't present any problems. Gay. Now this is the word for land. If we transliterated this into English, we would have the letters G-E. We changed the pronunciation, and you'll probably be familiar with the word geometry, which means measuring the land. Okay, so there are 2 other examples here because this letter gamma has a special pronunciation rule, and that is if it's followed by itself or if it's followed by a kappa, and I believe also a chai, it becomes pronounced as an ng. So, for instance, this word here is not egkomion, but enkomion. And that is actually a word that we've taken wholesale into English. It means praise. And then here, it's not agelos, but angelos. And I know we haven't come across this letter yet. The important part is just this beginning here, angelos. And this means messenger, or we also know it as the word angel in English. So here we have the word delta. If you think of a river delta, the triangle, you can probably remember the capital version. And it's pronounced as we would pronounce our D. We can give this one a shot. D, da, ke. And that means a teaching. This is theta. Now, strictly speaking, it was probably, or it really would not have been pronounced as a th, but as a T with a puff of air following it. So, t. But pronouncing this as th is pretty widespread. And here we have a good word, theos, a god or God. Obviously also related to the word theology. Lambda, this is our L sound. Logos, a spoken expression or word. Logos is very deep. You can look this word up. It is some of these words, what I've said here is sort of does it injustice, to say the least. This letter is like a KS sound. This is what our X is, or like the Latin Roman X. So when they had the K and S sound come together, they would write it as X. In Greek, it's written like this. This is a good word here, xylon, and it means wood. You can think about the word xylophone. We probably all know this very famous letter, pi or P. This corresponds to the English P. And here's a word that comes up quite a bit, patēr, father, almost the exact same in Latin. And you can even see it undergoes a few other changes, but it's really, you can see how even the English word father has the same old Proto-Indo-European root. Sigma. Now sigma, we've already come across this. This is our capital sigma. This is our minuscule sigma. This sigma, this is the form it takes at the end of a word, or final sigma. A good word here, soma, body. And we've probably heard of like psychosomatic. So this letter is actually a P with a puff of air after it. And it would have originally been pronounced P. But we tend to pronounce it as a F, as in our letter F. here's a very good word, theός, light. And if you do go and study Greek, you'll find that the real root of this is like phot with a T. So that's where we get our word like photon. This is a P followed by an S, a ps sound. And then this would be pronounced psyche, soul. Now, I did throw in some super extra bonus readings here. This is a good one. This is the title of Aristotle's work, and it gives us a certain word that esotericists are very familiar with. So if we go through this, ta, μετα, ta, φυσικά. So this word ta, this is the definite article, and it's plural, and it means the things. And then we came across this word before, after the, and this here is an adjective meaning pertaining to the works on physics. Later on, this has just become known as metaphysics. But the idea is that Aristotle basically gave these lectures that his students later organized, and they put together his lectures on physics, on the natural world, and then these other teachings they put after that. And so this was just really like a physical placement. This is the things that came after that. Although you can understand that in a very different way. So I just think that's an interesting one to think about. And obviously we get from this word here, physis, like our word, physics. Here's one that we can easily pronounce. Theός, ἐστιν. Again, we have our definite article here, or a definite article. It's a different definite article. We're not going to go into that right now. And we wouldn't even translate this in English. We already went over the word theός, that's God. And we know this word here, light, theός. And then this word at the end is just the verb to be, and would correspond to the English is. So in Greek, they put this at the end. They could really put it anywhere. So God is light. Kind of a very, not only a beautiful sort of image, but something that's very deep and worth contemplating. And it's so deep and worth contemplating, we've got it again here from the Hermetica this time. Theός kai zoe ἐστιν, ho theός kai patήρ. So this has some of our words here. Light. Now this word kai that comes up twice is the word and. Light and zoe. Now this word means life, and it gives us the word or the name Zoe. Also, there's a word zoon in Greek that means animal, and so it would even give us like the word zoology or zoology, the study of animals. So, and here we have ἐστιν again, so we have this verb is, ho theός, God, this word again, and patήρ, father. The way we could understand this is ho theός, because it has the article. In this case, we're going to make it the subject. So God is, and I'm just saying God, you could maybe understand this as the divine or the transcendent, is light and life and father. And I think in this case, father meaning like a creator. Okay, so I hope that's been helpful, and I would love to hear any feedback. I may put up a video of recommendations of like where to go next if you're actually really interested in Greek, you can definitely learn some Greek. Peace, everyone.